Hi everyone. This movie we don't really have much to say because you've seen the story a million times. It's probably an exaggeration, but you've probably seen this story so many times you know the main points. So to pad out this review, and because I didn't do it last week and I'm not going to do it for the future songs, here is my 12 days of movies. One film that we reviewed in 2022 was Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Overnight, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Rotor Overnight, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, A Knight's Tale, Rotor Overnight, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws, A Knight's Tale, Rotor, Overnight, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Atlantic Rim, Jaws 5, A Knight's Tale, Rotor, Overnight, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Another film that we reviewed in 2022, Fart the Movie. Yes, that's a real film, by the way. Atlantic Rim, Jaws 5, A Knight's Tale, Rotor, Overnight, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. One final film that we reviewed in 2022, We Can Be Heroes, Fart the Movie, Atlantic Rim, Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws, A Knight's Tale, Rotor, Overnight, Boxcar Children in Surprise Island, Tammy and the T-Rex, Catch Me If You Can, Magic in the Mirror Foul Play, and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Okay. Anyway, people. Wow, my throat's getting bad. Second. While I wait for her, let me tell you a little bit about this cover. Notice how there's this gap right here? There's a bit of a reason for that. This was a movie. I'm trying to wonder. Chances are we got this from like a dollar store like Dollar General or Dollar Tree, or if you're from the UK, Pound Town, whatever. I'm not knocking the films that you find there. I just think we found it there. And this one was in one of those slim case things. The things that are about half the size of a regular DVD, which which is why the 20th Century Fox logo right here is so small, because it was meant to be a much thinner one. Um, I have a few hundred spare DVD cases. I apologize, folks. So, I decided to put this in a regular DVD case, and I don't know, I'm assuming you can get versions that are better and more normal covered. Okay, this is called A Christmas Carol, and literally, if you've seen any A Christmas Carol, you've for the most part seen this movie. You could pretty much you could pretty much think of the premise of this, and for the most part, you've pretty much got it, because literally, it is the stock A Christmas Carol story. The only difference is that it's really the actors. This one is George C. Scott. Um, he plays Scrooge, obviously. Um, he works, who's that guy? He works or Jacob Marley. Um, there. He works, Jacob Marley on Christmas Day, or Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, whatnot. Um, he meets Tiny Tim. Um, and then he sees about one spirit says you will be visited by three ghosts: ghost Christmas past, ghost Christmas present, ghost Christmas future. You know the drill. And I think about the only variety and difference with this movie, the only difference that I can think of, is that one of the ghosts is a woman. I'm trying to think really hard, but apart from, I think, maybe Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, say what you will about that movie, it was more creative than most of the retellings of A Christmas Carol. No offense to Charles Dickens, and by the way, if you love A Christmas Carol, you know what? I'm not insulting you. I'm not insulting any movie of A Christmas Carol that you love. For me, what separates adaptations and remakes is if you do something different. This, apart from the female Ghost of Christmas Past, literally is a beat for beat. It's like what people criticize some of the Disney live action remakes for, just being a beat for beat, note for note remake. Um, I'm sure there's I'm sure there are other horror movies that are that have been note for note remakes. I don't want to think about any of them. Maybe Texas Chainsaw Massacres. I don't know, or maybe some of the Halloween sequels. Um, again, from just what I've heard. But yeah, George C. This the actor right here, George C. Scott. I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything before. He's fine. He's okay as an actor, I guess. This screenplay by Roger O. Hirson. Never heard of him. Directed by Clive Donner. Never heard of him. Um, I would say, in my opinion, if you want a Christmas Carol movie, I would say go with the Muppets Christmas Carol. And one thing I'm not a fan of with most or the Animaniacs Christmas Carol episode 1. One thing I'm not a fan of with A Christmas Carol and is that the Ghost of Christmas Future, he never talks. It's just like, oh, sorry. It's just like this, like, it's like this, like he can never just like point or do this, whatever. Is that implying he's old or something? But I'm gonna tick off some Charles Dickens fans here. When I thought about it with the guy with where he had like the robe and he was like doing this, I was thinking, oh, the Bye Bye Man. It's like, wow, they ripped off A Christmas Carol to make the Bye Bye Man villain, I guess. Um, this is one of the movies that we have in our collection. Kay is not going to be here to review it, apparently. She's she has such great attention to timing. She should be an electrician for $100 an hour. Hey, um, so would I recommend this A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott? If you're a fan of British people doing A Christmas Carol, then yeah, you might like it. If you're someone like me and you find that British drama or um British drama or like British dry movies, if you find those to be very, very unenjoyable, you should probably stay away from this and check out the Muppets Christmas Carol or the Animaniacs Christmas Carol. There was an episode of the Jetsons did a Christmas Carol episode that I would say go check out those. For me, it's not one of my favorites. I asked Kay if she wanted to get this, and she was like, "No." She found this extremely boring. She fell asleep. Hey, we've all fallen asleep. This is her King Arthur Legend of the Sword or her Masters of the Universe. So anyway, I hope yeah, I don't know. If you're a fan of this, God bless. I'm gonna donate this somewhere. Um, join us next time where we review a movie. I'm trying to think, what movie can we review? Oh, that's right. Join us next time when we take a look at a movie under the sea. Under the sea. But it's not what you think.